Went for a party and a friend of mine who lives in my estate put weed in my drink. I would have spent up to maybe 300 to 400,000 in just a day.
You're kidding me.
No lies. And I've sold my laptop to buy, called my parents, lied to my uncles. Even my friend abroad, I've had to, one time we had a business deal, he sent me as much as $2,000. I spent all the money on.
Hello, you're welcome to Let's Talk with Chisholm. Today I will be interviewing a special guest. He's been working with me on the project for the Rehabilitation Center. His name is Clinton. Happy to have you here.
Thank you very much.
It's a privilege. You've been on the team, like, seriously. God bless you for all the work.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Clinton, you happen to be one of the students, or is that what it's called?
It's called a recovering addict or a former drug addict.
Yes.
Yeah.
From this rehabilitation center.
And I was a beneficiary of this place.
Okay.
Yeah.
And currently you are.
Currently,
You facilitate here.
I lecture them on Tuesdays. I help them with 12 steps.
Okay.
And also post rehabilitation tactics.
Okay.
So I share my experience, you know.
Okay.
I've stayed clean for over a year, and I share my experience to the guys here on how I did it and how God helped me do it. So that's basically what I teach them.
Okay, that's good to know.
Thank
so
you
tell
very
me,
much.
Clinton, how did you get on drugs?
How did I get into drugs? Well,
you know, you don't look like someone that took drugs at some point.
Yeah, you're not the first person telling me. Thank you very much. I think that's God, and
you
look
good.
I have a new habit, eating good. Thank you very much.
Okay, so tell me, how did you get on drugs in the first place?
I got into drugs. You know, the thing is, I was exposed as a kid. You know, so my parents exposed me a lot to internet gadgets. So I've always been an inquisitive kid, always wanting to know. So at the first time I ever had anything to do with drugs was, I think I was in GS3, and I and my friend after school, we used to see all these guys go to Malams and buy cigarettes. We just wanted to be like, why not?
So you decided to try it?
Why not? We didn't even smoke it. We just bought it and we just lit it. We didn't even know what we're doing with it. I apparently got to school.
At what age?
I think I was 12.
Okay.
Or 13. So we got to the school, and but based on they just overlooked it. But that was the first time.
Did your parents know?
Yeah, my parents knew.
What did they do?
I kind of lied, and my parents believed me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fast forward, it was after WAEC. While I was waiting to get into university, I went for a party, and a friend of mine who lives in my estate put weed in my drink.
Did you know that it was tipped?
Yeah, he showed me that, bro, this one I'm putting, and I was like, I was hearing it. I've been hearing it in the songs I've been listening to, Lil Wayne songs and weed and all of that. So I already kind of knew about it from music I was listening to.
And you didn't do anything about it. You drank it.
No, I just drank it. Like, I was like, come on, cool kids now. You don't.
What for your hand?
I cannot fall my hand. I can't be a dead guy.
But looking back, do you think you would have just said okay?
Looking back,
yeah,
I would not have taken it, to be honest.
Okay, so back.
But looking back, I would have taken it still.
Really?
Yeah. Because
why?
If I didn't go through what I went through, I would not be who I am today. And God will not use me for what He wants to use me for if I didn't go through all of those things. So that is why I would say I would take it. Okay,
so that experience happened that day, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't you just make it a one-off? Why did you?
That wasn't my drink. The second time it happened, he rolled it for me in a smoke, and then I smoked it. Because people I looked up to, Lil Wayne, Drake, all of them in the music videos, they smoke these things, and I wanted to be like them, musicians and all of that. So that's why I didn't take it as a one-off thing. And eventually I got admission into university.
Okay.
And no more home freedom. I started with marijuana, cigarettes, alcohol. Fast forward to codeine, Refnol pills.
Wow.
Then eventually cocaine.
Why were you doing all these drugs? Is it like they were satisfying you enough and you needed to get something?
I was being very experimental, and starting a drug is like weed is a gateway drug to so many other drugs. The fact that you've tried weed opens the gates to so many other drugs. So
it makes you feel like I've broken.
Okay, I've done weed.
So
I've done weed.
what else?
If I can handle weed,
I can handle
any other
But
drug.
is it really true? Or it's just a feeling?
It's just a feeling, to be honest, because you get to some drugs that will wreck your life. I mean, all drugs are bad, but some drugs will wreck you faster than some.
Which one?
Cocaine.
Wow.
Money wise, physically, it's super expensive. You can, people sell their houses. People. Whitney Houston got broke.
Yeah. So
as rich as she was.
How were you able to foot that cocaine?
So many things. I've done crazy things. I've sold my laptop to buy. I've had to scam people.
Are you serious?
Call my parents, lie to my uncles. Even my friend abroad, I've had to. One time we had a business deal. He sent me as much as $2,000. This was my sixth partner.
That's a lot of money.
That was over $1 million then.
That's a lot of money.
We're supposed to start a business. He was my sixth partner back in secondary school. I spent all the money on.
Are you kidding me?
Every single.
Wow.
And then I was also working too. After my university, I got a good job. I was making some good money. In fact, I saved money in millions. Wow. I came back and I squandered everything.
But wait, when you were saving the money, were you on this road?
No, I was not. Because I was not in Lagos, where I normally found it easy to get.
Okay, so at the time, you were taking other drugs, but not
Yes,
cocaine.
I was taking other drugs. I was smoking cigarettes, I was drinking alcohol.
And that one was manageable financially.
It's cheap. It's relatively cheap.
Like a day of taking cocaine, like how much is it?
It depends on
the volume the person is consuming.
I think I can say that I would have spent up to maybe 300 to 400,000 in just a day.
You're kidding me.
No lies.
Are you kidding?
No lies. God knows. People do 5 million. It's just God in a day. In 6 hours, in 8 hours.
Wow. When you say expense, I thought maybe 10,000 or 50,000.
As small as this, yeah. Of just this size, a gram is 25,000 naira. So,
wow. So at what point did you know that you were done?
At a point, yeah, I saved up when I was working. I saved up money and I wanted to use it for important stuff. Maybe get a house, buy a land. I came back to Lagos, and I did not want to smoke the crack cocaine but I eventually ended up at a friend's studio and I saw them smoking, and I just took a hit. Yeah.
So it's like a lot of people do it.
Low key. Wow. You see more people smoking weed you don't do that on the road. You go and hide because of the way it is. You don't do that one on the road. Okay. People don't like to tell people that they do that.
Okay.
So after I didn't go home that day, after squandering a lot of money, I was just in the bathroom. I was crying. After everything was done, I just sent my mom a text that I need help.
Did she know you were on drugs?
They knew I was on drugs. They all knew. Yeah, my family knew because I was not normal, but they couldn't
tell what you were. They couldn't
just like point the perfect. Just couldn't catch me.
They couldn't catch
exactly. They couldn't catch me. They had never caught me red-handed. They'd never seen me. Although my parents were very busy, so I actually could hide.
Okay. So you called your mom.
So I just sent her a text that, Mom, I need help. That I can't do this on my own. Because she had already been calling me because I'd not come home that night. She had been calling me. And then when I don't know what happened. I prayed to God and then I just sent her a text that I can't do this on my own. I need help. And I didn't even know that before I asked her that she had already been looking for help. Yeah, so
she had already found this facility.
She had not. We went on the internet together. I even did that myself. Went to Google. We checked out about 5 different. We just took a taxi that day. My mom and dad. We went around Lagos from one rehab center to one rehab center. Some of them that we saw online were not open. So we eventually found a place called Kadam, but they'd already taken all their people for that year.
Yeah.
So somebody from Kadam now eventually referred me to St. Kunleja Soldier. He started counseling me online. It took a month before I was like, I need to take my laptop. If I don't take my laptop, I will not come. So it took me a month to finally say, okay, I needed to come here. And by the special grace of God, I came here.
So you were in the facility?
Yeah.
Now
6 months.
6 months. Was it 6 months and you were clean?
I did 6 months. I went back to Lagos. After 6 months, I went back to drugs. I felt
6 months off. You went back to Lagos and 6 months in Lagos.
I went back to drugs.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened at the end of the 6 months that you were at Lagos?
Well, the thing is, everything has to start step by step. You have to gradually grow into things. When I first came out, my parents, everybody were happy with me. Everybody thought that I'm perfect. So my dad gave me a job already. He gave me big money to handle. And I also had this notion. I also had, when I was here, I also did not agree that alcohol was a problem too, because my family drinks. I come from an Igbo family, so imagine not. I drink with my dad and mom. Imagine that feeling where everybody's drinking and
you're not drinking.
Yeah, even with my cousins and all that. When I go to
they'll
the
take your word.
yeah, they'll be like,
seriously.
So I did not agree that. I always used to argue with the therapists that alcohol is not a drug. Even after I left rehab, my parents used to offer me alcohol because they knew that they didn't think like
they didn't see it as an issue.
But it is not. It is a gateway.
Oh, well, this is the second time using that word. Gateway. So there are gateways.
Yes, there are gateways. Somebody cannot just wake up. Although there are people, but you can't just wake up one morning and say you want to try cocaine. You have to start
smoking papers, cigarettes,
gates,
alcohol.
So the first time I went home, it was too good to be true. Everything was going smoothly, and then I was drinking alcohol, and eventually I started smoking cigarettes, and before I knew it,
you went
back to crack cocaine.
So at what point did you know that you had to?
The minute I fall, I speak up. So I didn't go back like I went back. I just had one
and you knew that.
I just told my mom, I had a problem. I need to come back here. I came back.
And this time around,
I went back again.
Serious.
I came back. I came back here for 2 months. I went back to Lagos again. I still relapsed.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the second
time. Immediately I said, I need to come back here. That I can't help myself. The third time. And then after fasting and prayers, God said I should not go back to Lagos. Because Lagos has a pull on me. So the last time, even when I did not want to buy, dealer came to my house.
Put them for your table. As in,
it was in your face. I don't want to come meet me. They offer me free.
Kai, because they know that once you're hooked, you keep coming.
Yeah, and
so you had to stay back.
Yeah, the ultimate plan was to leave Nigeria. My parents had already started planning to leave this country.
But what's the guarantee that if you go there, you will not get it?
That is it. After praying for 30 and fasting for 30 days, 6 to 6 fasting, while I was in this place, I just came to pray because this place had a spiritual strength in this place. There's a spiritual strength about this place. When you come here, you can do spiritual things. You know, I got healed here from my chest pain when I first came.
Wow.
So after doing that, God specifically told me in my dream, bro, stay in Abeokuta. I got admission to the school I wanted to go. I didn't already spent about 150 euros on processing admission fee.
Wow.
God said, stay in Abeokuta.
Stay back.
And I can be with the help of people to guide, because I was very stubborn and adamant. Who doesn't want to go abroad? Come on, I'm tired of Nigeria.
Yeah.
But they kept on knocking it in my head. By the time God told me my dream,
you knew that
I just knew that, okay.
So you had a relapse 3 times.
Yeah.
And you've done the fasting for 30 days and the Lord has told you to stay back.
Yeah, in Abeokuta.
And you think that is the best decision for you right now?
Yeah, because I've stayed, the amount of time I've been in Abeokuta has been the longest I've been clean. I've been around supporting bodies.
You said about a year.
Yeah. I've been around supporting bodies.
No relapses.
No, not even alcohol, nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. I'm 100% clean.
That's good. I think the Lord is going to just, get you settled here.
Yeah.
Unless maybe at some point when God knows that you are strong enough, He can now send you
Exactly.
out.
But for now, I have to relearn, unlearn, and build so many things back up. And that's what I'm doing right now, to be honest.
It's a process.
Actively involved in church. Yeah. Then the people around me are keeping me, holding me down. Putting me in check by God's grace.
So what would you say? I want you to, in a nutshell, because we are trying to be as quick as possible, I want you to look into the camera and talk to anybody that is going through drug addiction or thinking of going into it. What would you say to the person?
Let me just say a few words. I promise you, you might think it's the cool thing to do. Trust me, it's not
cool. As a cool kid.
I'm a cool kid. You don't need drugs to be cool. You need Jesus to be cool, to be honest. Like, you need peace and joy to be cool. I'm very cool because I have Jesus. You don't have to do drugs to be cool. So if you want to say you want to start smoking because you see all them guys doing it on the internet or everywhere, bro, those people are suffering. They will not tell you. If you would have been there, bro, you don't need it. You regret. You spend money. You lose friends. You lose family. Some people even lose their lives and lose their brain. I thank God that I did not. But bro, you don't need them.
Even sisters out there as well.
Sisters, you don't need them. I'm coming from someone that has used and
been there, done
that. Come on, scrap. Let's do better things.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I know it was really quick. In my head, I feel it was quick. So thank you so much for coming,
You're
Clinton.
very welcome.
I just trust God that the work the Lord has started in your life,
Yeah.
He would accomplish it. Thank you for watching this episode of Let's Talk with Chisom. If you have not subscribed, please click the subscribe button, right? They should click it.
Yeah.
It doesn't bite.
They gotta
Just
click it.
click it. And give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Remember to share this video because there are people out there struggling with drugs or probably they're contemplating.
Yeah.
So that'll be all from today's episode of Let's Talk with Chisom. See you in our next episode. See you. God bless you.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, very important.
All right.
And share.
And share.
And share, very important.